And so the fate comes to an end, but the passion it left in my heart still burns within me. Ah, my only solace is to wait in the pale moonlight for the cool breeze on the sea so to still my heated blood. Sorry to make you wait. Hey, buddy. Ah, perfect timing. You really are perfectly punctual, my friend. It would not hurt you to learn to be fashionably late, you know. Sorry, but punctual is what I am. No, that's not your voice. Lawrence is the deep voice, you idiot. Punctual is what I am. Now, what is your report? Oh, let us not be boorish and hurry so, yes? This has been a grand evening. Allow me to savor it a little longer. Really? I'll take that as a report of I really like them, then. Ha, like? The lovely princess has stolen even more of my heart. It's a miracle I yet live, I tell you. What's more, I'm at a rival in the arena of beauty and aesthetics. A rival? Me! Ha! I shall be quite busy over these next few weeks, I think. You really are hopeless. You're welcome to pursue your hobbies, but do not let it interfere with the plan. You need not worry on that score, my friend. On that note, here, take it. Very good. So, how did your experiments go? Yes, call it a 99% success rate or so. The hologram projector can accurately project from many hundreds of cells. The first 2 or so projections were miserable failures, I'm afraid. After the third, however, the device worked flawlessly. So some cause for concern, but not much. It does function. Why is it Lawrence question mark? I'll report to the professor at once. That gospel. Truly, it is far beyond contemporary technology, and I don't simply mean its ability to negate orbits. I know it was made by the 13 factories, but how exactly does it work? I'm not sure. I'm not privy to the details. According to the professor, these phenomena are just the tip of a miracle. No, so it's the stuff of miracles, is it? Miracles are the providence of she who dwells above, alone. What does he mean, I wonder? Regardless, a few more experiments should make the potential of the Gospels clear. With that... Oh, we've had a number of unexpected actors coming onto the stage this night. How shall this cameo end, I wonder? Huh. That's up to how our hidden mouse responds. Indeed. Come now, mouse, cry for us. Hey. I'm not sure who that little mouse is, but your life is spared, it seems. Think ideas for your life, rodent. Hey, Ravens. Bring on the beer! You can drink no more. No, I could've. Hey, buddy. Okay, thank you, Ideas Saints, and everyone else. I'm forgetting for saving your humble servant. Like I need to be told to give praise to the goddess. Man, you're a good spy. What monsters, though? Those the enforcers of Ouroboros, huh? You are a lucky man, Father Kevin. Chapter 2, The Raging Land. Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth1204 for another episode of Legend of the Heroes Trails in Sky 2nd Chapter, brought to you by MuchGames.ca. In the last episode, we cleared up the Phantom and met ourselves the Phantom Thief, who was one of the enforcers of Ouroboros, because of course he was. And we beat up a giant centaur robot, which was kind of cool. And then Dorothy saved the day. Now, we're off to Zeiss. Anyone have anything else they want to do before we go? No, not I. If you can't think of anything, we should be going. I can think of one piece of business. Where did Miss Dorothy go? She disappeared quite suddenly. I'm curious as to where she could have gone. I think she went off to see Niall in the hotel. That's a good point. I think we should go say hi and thanks before we leave Ruan. Yes, I think so too. We owe Dorothy our lives, really. I want to say goodbye to Matron Teresa and the children before we left as well, but I tried calling them from the guild a minute ago and I think they're out. They are? Aw. I want to say goodbye too. Well, we can always write them a letter from Zeitz, you know. I bet they'd love it, in fact. We could always come back here easily enough if we really need to. That's true. I'll write them then. Hey, we'll write them. I want it too. Well, come on, my friends. Let us away. To the pulsing heart of the Orb of Revolution and the seat of geniuses. Okay, so, there actually are things for us to do. There's this recruiting gate Gramblers. Yeah, recruiting gate Gramblers. Person's confident in their gambling ability come ASAP to the first floor of Levantar Casino and Bar. And there's also a hidden quest, which was kind of hinted at by the come to the hotel. I believe someone mentioned this in the comments a while back, but this is, as far as I know, only accessible once you beat Chapter 1. If I'm wrong, that's okay, I guess. But, yeah, so don't worry. Unless you're talking about a different hidden quest, in which case, that's not in my notes. Yeah, I'm playing this blind, but I look at the quests beforehand, just to make sure that, you know, I'm not missing, you know, quest things. I don't look at what the quests are, but at the very least, I want to see what the quests, where the quests are. So don't worry. Hello! You guys. I heard from Dorothy you guys solved our little ghost problem. Yeah, we did, but is Dorothy okay? Yeah, she's yammering on drowsy about what happened. Once she was finished, she conked right out and so I had to put her to bed. I'm afraid we did drag her along with us in the dead of night. Not only that, but we owe her our lives. She earned a bit of rest. Now, a real reporter can do a good week without sleep when he's got a scoop. Oh yeah, some of the stuff she was talking about sounded wild, but she really didn't explain it all. Mind if I ask you guys a few questions? Sure, go ahead. Estelle gave Niall an outline of their encounter with LeBlanc and answered his questions. Alright, I think I get it now. Son of a phantom thief B himself is in Liberl, and he's had one of these, and he's one of the Ouroboros people? Kinda wish I hadn't heard that. What? Niall, you know about the masked weirdo? Oh yeah, he's a famous thief who causes stir in every major city on the continent. If he wants something, he'll get it. He always steals things at the big old show. For a phantom, he's got a love of drama, that's for sure. This certainly matches the man we met beneath the schoolhouse, yes. Even admitting he's fed the thief B from those cards, so... Like I said though, thievery is one thing, but he's also a lackey of the society. No, I wouldn't think our boss would have used for someone like him, but at the same time, if they do, it's terrifying. Niall, I'm curious, do you intend to write an article about what happened? Nah, the Guild and the Royal Army asked me not to report anything to do with the society. I hope he's compensated for this. They'll probably end up writing about someone's ill-intended crime of pleasure or something. With the coup d'etat foiled, the kingdom is beginning to settle. I do see the wisdom in this. There's little sense in terrifying the populace with the news of a dangerous secret society just yet. Yeah, I ain't happy about it as a reporter, but I guess I can see where the government's coming from. Still, if anything else happens, tell me about it, yeah? Of course. Anyway, we're off for Zeiss. Alright. I got a draft I need to write up, so I can't see you off, but want me to wake Dorothy? No, it's okay. She's fast asleep and I hate to disturb her. Give her our best when she gets up, okay? Will do. Be careful, guys. Thank you. Wake up, buddy. Just like you. Oh, dear. Hey, you guys! You just appeared out of nowhere. Your bracer's right. Is something wrong? You look kind of frazzled. There's something I'd like to investigate urgently. Could you come right now? Sure. Yeah, no problem. Thanks, I owe you. So, where should we go? Head to Norman's election office on the top floor of the hotel. Here, I'll show you the way. Telling you I didn't do it. Hurry up and let me go home. I got work to do. Now, calm down. Just bear with us until the braces arrive. Once the investigation is done, you can leave. Speak of the devil, see? Here they are.
That's not a bracer, that's just a regular person. It's a man.
That was sure fast, Harrio.
Yeah, I looked down and ran into some braces right away. This is Norman. I'm sure you've seen him on the posters around the city. He's one of the guys running for mayor, I think? I'm Estelle Brett at the Bracer Guild. I'm Sherazard Harvey, also a bracer. So let's get to it. What happened?
One of our campaigners, Dells, was injured by someone. In other words, it's an assault case.
An assault? Well, that's never a nice thing to hear. Is the victim okay?
Yes, he's still here. He was unconscious for a bit, but it was thankfully nothing serious.
Oh, good to hear.
There's nothing good about it. The back of my head still hurts like you wouldn't believe.
The back of your head? The back of your head, huh? Were you attacked from behind? Yes, ma'am, right out of the blue, too. I was taking a breather on the balcony and all of a sudden from behind, thud! How vicious. Yeah, it sounds nasty. When did the incident occur? Give us any info that happened before and after. Sure, it happened today just after lunch. Do I have to write this down? Norm and I were checking out a potential location for a speech by the bridge. Cooper here had just turned up by then. When I talked to him, he said he had important business with Norman. What kind of business?
Portos told me to come apologize for that mess on the bridge. It's not like it's all my fault, but I did sort of make it worse.
I see, so you came to say sorry for the scuffle. Yes, but Norman was still very busy at the time. He'd asked Cooper to wait in the office area. That's why I showed him to this room.
I returned to the hotel not too long afterward. Entered the room with Harrio, who had been waiting outside the office, and there was Dells. There was Dells, unconscious on the balcony.
And Cooper was right there. Standing over him.
I'm trying to tell you, why does that make me the criminal? He was already out cold when I reached the balcony. I understand what Cooper's saying, but it's only natural to suspect him given the circumstances. There was no one in this room except Cooper and Dells.
Is that true?
After I brought Cooper, I was on watch outside the door. No one entered until Norman got here.
No matter how you look at it, that means these two were alone. You're absolutely positive.
Yeah, it's true. It's like I said. I went down to the balcony. Dells is already on the ground.
So let me get this straight. The crime was already committed by the time you came, is that right?
Yeah, exactly. Thank God you finally someone who gets it.
In that case, it'd have to be someone who entered the room before Cooper. Dells, do you remember anything? It's possible that someone came in. People go in and out of this office all the time, though. Even if someone had, I wouldn't have thought much of it. Fair enough, it's an election office, that makes sense.
At least we have a good idea of what's going on. The culprit behind this attack must be one of two people. Cooper, or someone who came before him into this room.
We should be able to narrow it down if we get enough proof. Think we ought to start questioning?
There's nothing else to be gleaned here, yes? If you gentlemen can think of anything else, please let me know, even if it seems trivial or unimportant. Alright, then I have one more thing I'd like to add. There was something that occurred to me as I was looking through the room after the incident.
Were there signs it'd been rummaged around in?
Not at all, just the opposite, in fact. It actually felt like it was cleaner than before.
Huh? A serial cleaner on the loose?
One way to interpret it, that'd be a disguise to hide the fact that the room had been searched. Of course, it appears they went too far, inadvertently arousing suspicion in the process. That's not a bad train of thought. Incidentally, who are you? I was waiting for that question. I'm a traveling bard, a poetic soul running the wild genius
Sure, nothing's been stolen, then isn't the idea that it's a disguise pretty weak? At this stage, I don't think there's any point in worrying about motive.
I agree. You've grown ever bolder since our last rendezvous, Estelle. Your training at La Loco's most fruitful, you're simply stunning.
Oliver, just ignore him. Now, if there's nothing else here you can tell us, we should get to questioning.
Certainly. She's begun to master how to handle Olivia, I see. Good luck with the investigation.
We'll come to report once we've had an answer.
Good, we're counting on you to get to the bottom of this.
Alright, team, let's split up and look for clues. Right, gang, not team, gang. Now, how should we go about this? I mean, the hotel's pretty big. It's best if we split into two. I knew it. Estelle will go with Her Highness and I'll go with Olivier. We're lucky to have them as assistants, so let's make good use of them. Good point. Ready to kick some investigation butt, Chloe? Of course. Assisting companions is only natural for a hunter of love. You sure don't miss a beat, do you? Alright, our first order of business is to gather information on the suspect. If you go around asking about Cooper, something should turn up. Should you get a clear picture of the criminal, come back here. So once we found the criminal, we'll go report to you. No problem. Let's go see if we can find out. It's investigation time. Let's look out here. Any weird things out here? No. Hey, buddy. Cooper. Ask about stop. Cooper's face went white as a sheet the moment he saw us. He was surely dismayed at having been witnessed at the crime scene. He was white as a sheet. He also made false teeth. I lost consciousness immediately, so I didn't see who hit me. Okay. Let's just gather these clues. Cooper was standing next to Dells, who was lying on the ground. He looked at me and seemed very surprised. He wasn't excited or worked up, but he did appear tremendously shocked. I say as many times as you like, I only found Dells. If we'd been fighting, someone heard a sound, but no one said anything, did they? Of course they didn't, because I was politely seated on the sofa. No, you weren't. Cooper's right. He was standing in front of the door, but was quiet the whole time in the room. If there had been some kind of argument, I'm sure I would have noticed. As Cooper said, I didn't hear any loud noise either. I was in the lobby at the time, but if grown men were fighting, I'm sure I would have heard something. Sound? That would probably be the sound of me getting hit. I heard a hell of a bang in my head. In my head, that's for sure. Okay. My graceful conversation skills finally had their time in the spotlight. Well, let's ask the other people in the hotel. Hey, buddy. Mr. Cooper's a guest who came here only on very rare occasions. We have his patronage for work-related gatherings. Sound? Nope. Okay. Any cleaning staff maybe heard the sound? You. Cooper came. I was in the lobby. He looked angry. Just like I thought, something happened. Sound? I didn't really hear anything. He looked pissed off to me, but it was right after the big mess on the bridge. It's only natural he'd be angry. He was probably angry that he was being forced to... Are you part of this? Oh. He's actually suddenly popped up, huh? What do you mean? Well... I see. You don't seem too interested. Yeah, I doubt it's big enough to make an article out of. Just in case once you solve it, tell me what you got. Yeah, okay. Okay. Are you part of this? Okay. Yeah, I know him, that young fellow working at the harbor. What was I saying before? He came in... I mean, if someone told me I had to go apologize for something that I didn't think I was necessarily responsible for, I'd probably be upset. But Norman said that when he, or whoever it was, said that when they walked in, he wasn't worked up or anything. He was just surprised. He was shocked. Everyone else said he's been involved in the election. Sound? I did hear loud noise from above. You mean the balcony? Probably around there, yeah. It was an impressive sound, like something had run into something else with a smack. Can't recall exactly when I heard it, though. That's too bad. Thank you. How about the anger? Oh, was Cooper that angry? Well, youngsters get worked up so easily these days. No, he wasn't. It kind of sounds like this guy accidentally, Cooper, walked in. It's probably not it, but it kind of sounds like Cooper walked in. At the same time, the other guy was, walking out, and Cooper smacked him with the door and knocked him out or something. Fear, I cannot agree. Mr. Cooper seemed generally normal. Alright, so that guy down there is lying. According to two people now. Is that so? I'm not sure I can really help with that, yeah. Cooper angry? I don't really look that way. He didn't seem particularly angry when I met him at the bridge. Well, perhaps something happened while he was being led to the hotel. was angry? That's crazy. If you're gonna say that, Harrio's attitude is way worse than mine, I think. The moment he saw me, he made this really nasty face. Try asking about Harrio. Okay. Him and Dells are rivals competing to be number 2 in Norman's camp. I'm sure they couldn't come up with terms to end up in a... couldn't come to terms. It ended up in a tussle. Wasn't that guy downstairs saying that he was just hired here? An unpleasant expression? Oh, of course, after fights like that, who wouldn't? What does that have to do with the case? The way Harrio did it, I testified to myself. There's bad blood between us. There's no bad blood whatsoever. We even work together. Okay. Harry's got motive too, right? Him and Dells are rivals competing to be number 2. Okay. It's unbelievable you would suspect Harrio. In the first place, you're suggesting he would hurt his co-worker? What could possibly motivate him to do such a thing? Now, I have a weird feeling that the guy downstairs is going to try to pin it on Harrio now. You doubt even Harrio? He isn't the kind of person to resort to violence. Harrio is the most loyal man. He would never commit such a criminal act. Oh! Hey guys. It's the time for the class trial. Are you done questioning the office? Yes, we're done here. How about you? It's going okay, I guess. I'm still checking out stuff. Keep it up and don't get careless. Leave it to me. Why are they leaving? Oh, they're just questioning on their own. Okay. That's to imply that we've made progress. You're checking out Harrio? He did kind of look unhappy when he got back to the hotel. That's probably because he was with Cooper, though. How about you, buddy? Harrio's that young merchant fella, yeah? If he wants to be a merchant, I think you need to have a bit more oomph to him, you hear me? He's got gullible written all over him. He'll tell people ripping him off. He'll get people ripping him off at every turn if he doesn't shape up. Okay, we ran out of keywords. Cooper came to the hotel, I was in the lobby. I don't trust that guy. People at the front are acting most peculiar. If you push them, you might uncover something new. He didn't hear anything. He wasn't angry. It's impossible for him to be the criminal, question mark? Okay, so he was telling me that I had to ask about Harrio twice. What is it? What's on your mind? If you're hiding something, you should just come out and say it. Trying to hide things only lead to bigger trouble. I'm sorry. Feel like talking? Yes, actually. I saw Harrio on the 2nd floor. And when was that? Right after lunch. Harrio went out with Norman, but however, shortly after that, Harrio came back and ran up to the 2nd floor. Well, that's kind of important to know. Estelle, I want you to pursue this lead. We'll look around here for a bit longer. Got it. Uh-huh. Okay, so now Harrio was at the scene of the crime. Can I ask you about lunch? Oh, me? No. We had paella for lunch. I ate on my own in the lobby. It's kind of suffocating to eat in the same room as my dad. Still, you know what? My dad's pretty unfair. He feeds us normal, boring stuff, and then he gets special paella just for himself. Is that so? Was it that different? Yeah, but it was way better. The special one's got like a mountain of shrimp. Guess he didn't have much of an appetite, though. He left a lot behind. What a waste. Uh-huh. Would you like to go out for lunch? About lunch? I want to eat the Levanter today. Always been in the habit of going out to lunch as soon as I hear the bell toll. The bell toll? Bell on the Langland Bridge. Remember? It rang when the bridge went up. Oh yeah. Yeah, it did ring. It always rings at certain times, see? I use it in place of a clock. That's sure convenient. Kind of big to use in place of a clock, though. Hey, Estelle. Might be good to ask some people about the bell toll. Huh? Why? You should be able to clearly remember the sound of a bell ringing. It might act as a guidepost for their memory, like with Mr. Murray. Ah, I get it. Nice, Chloe. Very intellectual advice. You flatter me. Not sure what you two kids on about, but I'm glad I was able to help. You sure were. Okay, let's go ask around. Right. No one heard anything, which means that the crime didn't happen when the bell tolled. Come on, why would I lie about something like that? I was in the hotel basement, so I didn't notice at all. Okay, I'm sorry. If I ask you twice, did the bridge bell already ring? I was in the hotel basement, so I didn't notice at all. Okay, so it wasn't a difference. You. The noon bridge bell? Yeah, at the time I was preparing the guest rooms. Once that was finished, I next organized the utensils. Someone had cleaned the plates in the office, so I was able to finish work quickly. The office plates were cleaned? So that means there was someone who went into the office after lunch? Indeed. They cleaned up. Plates were stacked in the front. Of course, exactly which kind of guest it was, I couldn't say, unfortunately. Oh, guess we'll have to ask around ourselves. Okay, let's start back at the bottom again. Who cleaned up the dishes? I don't know, I won't go into that much trouble. I've been killing time in the hotel basement after lunch. I assume you have nothing to do with this. Someone cleaned up the plates. Yeah, it's a rare thing to find someone so considerate of others nowadays. Well, the cleaning up is a recurring thread, it seems. Okay, lunch. The order from Levantar, that sure is nice. Maybe I'll try asking Portos if we could do something like that. The bridge toll? Yeah, I was running across the bridge in a real hurry. I bet Norman right about the same time by the bridge. You're looking for the person who cleaned up the plates. Look, who cares? Just hurry up and prove me innocent. Alright. Yes, we ordered lunch today from Levantar. I don't want my compares getting sick of eating the same food again, so I thought we'd try something different. It's nice of you to do that. That's as much part of politics as the campaign itself. Indeed it is. Admit my nerves have been on edge for some time now. It hasn't been easy to keep my eyes on everything day in and day out. Sorry to hear that. No, it does sound pretty rough. Putting that aside, sir, what did you do after lunch? After lunch, Harry and I immediately went to examine the place my speech is to be held at. Harry had some other business to attend to first and met up with me at the site. So you left right after lunch and met up with Harry outside? Alright, that's what I need to hear. Okay, now it's skewing towards Harrio. Who could have done it? All I know is that they were cleaned while I was away. You don't know? No? Don't worry, that may have left a terrible impression. What do you mean? In truth, I haven't had much of an appetite lately. I left quite a lot of the pay I got for lunch uneaten. I requested that Ernst give me one of the special pays in secret, yet left it virtually untouched. It's embarrassing to think back on how wasteful that was. Okay, so that corresponds with what his son said. Must be really stressful. When did the bridge bell ring? It went off when Harry and I were checking out the speech site together. Harry was there too? Yes, he was already there. Just as the bell was ringing, Cooper showed up. Then I asked Harry to show him to the hotel. So I see, then it's sure. Okay, so that corroborates there. Yeah, we ordered food in Levantar. It was good. Sound of the bridge bell. Now that you mention it, I do think I heard that before I got hit. I'm sorry, my head feels like a wreck now. So that couldn't have been Harrio? Question mark? Now you mentioned it, who did clean up? I'm sorry, I don't remember. You were in the office, weren't you? You'd normally notice if someone came to clean. You're right, I would. Even I think it's odd. Norman went to have a look at the site where he was going to have a speech. I had some stuff I had to do, so I met up with him later. The rest is as I explained. But Harrio, you went to the second floor, didn't you? Excuse me? There's no point in hiding it. We have witnesses. I'm not hiding anything. I just realized I forgot something and went back to the office to pick it up. Was there anyone in the office at the time? Dels was there doing work. What if this all turns out that he really just wanted to eat the extra special shrimp stuff? And then he didn't want to get caught, so he knocked the guy out and cleaned the plates off to hide the evidence. I didn't see anyone else. Great, that's plenty, thanks. Don't misunderstand, please. I wasn't trying to hide that I got on the second floor. No, we haven't decided you're the criminal or anything. Just don't forget this kind of thing only makes you look worse. Look forward to your future assistance, sir. Bell. I heard the bell toll, yes. I think it was when I was meeting with Norman by the bridge. Then Cooper showed up and I showed him the way here. So, based on this, Harrio, Norman, and Cooper were all at the bridge when the bell tolled, and he heard the bell toll shortly before he got hit. So it didn't happen before that, which means it didn't happen when he was still at the hotel. Who cleaned up? No idea. Were the plates and such cleaned by the time he got back to the office? I don't know. I wasn't exactly paying attention, so I can't say for sure. Okay, so it kind of sounds like Harry, Norman, and Cooper were by the bridge when the attack happened, Because they all saw each other there. As Harriet was gone before that, before the bridge toll. And they met up at the bridge when it did toll. So when he was gone, he was still conscious because he heard the bell. So now my suspects are the bottom 3 people again. Okay, you're killing time in the basement. Why would I lie about something like that? Yeah. I don't trust you. They ate lunch on the first floor. And then get special pay. Wait. He did that secretly. You're the one who ate it. Wait a sec. What's with that weird face? Did I say something weird? No, it's just... Hey, Belden. You said you ate lunch on the first floor, right? Yeah, that's right. What about it? Norman ate on the second floor. How'd you know what Norman ate when you were on the first floor? Oh, that... I saw it afterward. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, actually, I heard it from someone else. I don't remember who said it, though. Maybe you should investigate that next. That's obviously suspicious. Who's the only one that would know? Okay, let's ask, you. After lunch, Norman and Harriet both left. Harriet came back later and went up the second floor. Your power is ebbing. Okay. Let's see. Let's ask you about lunch again. Second floor. Order food, it was good. Yeah. Let's ask the old man again, I guess. This way is the exit. Whoops. Sorry. You went to Levanter also. Sounds like a nice enough routine. You have to go through the hotel to get there though, right? Yeah, that I do. Can't fly across the sea now, can I? Good point. Did you see anyone in the hotel at the time? No, Ernest is on the first floor, but the rest is real quiet. There's no one there? Yeah, I'd say so. The basement and the first floor were both pretty quiet when I passed through. Norman's son was there when I came back, though. Norman's son? Oh, you mean Belden. So that was more yeah, that's more than enough. No, it was nothing. Alright, Belden's a liar. Hey, buddy. Yeah, that's pretty fair, blah, blah, blah. How would I lie about something like that? I was in the hotel basement.
Were you really in the basement the whole time?
What? There's someone who passed through the basement right after the bell rang. According to their testimony, no one was here. That can't be right. I was right here the whole time. So he can't establish an alibi. Just in case, I should probably ask around about Belden, too. Hey, have you heard about Belden? Bell rang, I was underground. I was in the basement the whole time after lunch. Uh-huh. Hey, buddy. So you were gonna say that you saw him afterward. You mean that kid? He wasn't in the basement, I'm pretty sure. Okay. How about you, buddy? Young Belden? I'm afraid I didn't see him around when the bell rang. I was repairing the guest rooms at the time, you see. And those are over here. So he was not on the first floor and he was not in the basement. Where was Belden when the bell rang? Couldn't tell you, unfortunately. I was out at the time. Yeah, you were out. You were out. You needn't hesitate. You're welcome to confront Belden. Beldum. I'm just gonna call him Beldum. What was Belden? How the hell am I supposed to know? Yeah, all of you guys were out by the bridge, so you wouldn't have seen him. What was Belden? I don't know, but is he a suspect? That didn't help out at all. Oh, we're gonna talk to him now, and he's gonna be like, oh, downstairs. Stop, I should stop trying to leave. He's gonna be like, oh, when the bell rang, I was underground. I was in the basement. No. What do I have to ask you? Bell, really, why would I lie? That's pretty unfair. Sounds, didn't hear anything. So, who do I ask now? I asked everybody about Cooper. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I asked you. Belton, you mean that kid? He wasn't in the basement. Okay. So I gotta ask Ernst again? Speaking of the sound of the bell, oh, you remember something? No, you asked about a second ago, didn't you? That big sound? Oh, right, yeah, the smacking sound. Yeah, that thing. I remember something now. That sound happened as if it were timed to the bell, at least to my ears. Timed to the bell? So basically you heard the sound of the bell at roughly the same time as the big sound? If you want to make it sound all boring, yeah. If that sound is something caused by the criminal, then someone without an alibi when the bell rang is the criminal. We should check out the people we suspect. Like you. No, he was in Levander. Hey, buddy. It was in the basement, so I didn't hear the bell. You don't have an alibi. I was tidying utensils after someone had already cleaned up the plates. Yeah, all of you guys have alibis. You heard that before you got hit. Yeah. Harry was there too? Yes, he was already there. Just as the bell was ringing, Cooper showed up. Then I asked Harry to show him to the hotel. And sure, he that Estelle. There's no connection between the sound Murray heard and Harry-o. Yeah, not just Harry-o, but Cooper seems in the clear too. The sound Murray heard was just after the bell finished ringing, but both men could prove they were with Norman at the time. In other words, whoever made that sound is neither Harry-o nor Cooper. This virtually eliminates any chance of them being the criminal. Buddy. I was in the basement. Belden. I will find the right thing to tell you. Sounds. Didn't hear anything. Anger. Ariel. Lunch. Okay, I don't think we need to talk to Old Man again, but let's ask him about the sounds anyway. Same time the bell rung. I was hungry, so I didn't pay much mind, and I went on to Levanter. So he doesn't have a... Well, his alibi is that he was out here. He's hungry, though. Okay. I wasn't in the basement, yeah. Okay, let's talk to Ernest again. Hey, buddy. Didn't see him. Let's ask about other things, I guess. If I thought we'd heard a sound. Actually, we heard someone who testified about hearing a loud sound. He apparently heard the sound of something colliding with someone else from the balcony. Do you have any idea what it could have been? Something colliding with someone else? I didn't hear anything like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna ask him the rest of these things. Lunch. Met Norman around the same time. Does that match? That does match Norman's testimony. Norman sounds. Didn't hear any loud noise. I was in the lobby, but if grown men were fighting, I'm sure I would have heard something. Ask you to do that. Indeed. Blah blah blah. We already went through this. What'd you do? We went to examine the next thing. That's all I need to hear. Keep up the good work. Okay, it kind of feels like we've exhausted everything, so I don't know. It kind of sounds like it's Belden. Like, I don't know, it kind of seems like it's Belden. The Raven Boy, is it? You have real proof, yes. First, explain the reason you discounted the original suspect. Instinct. It's obvious. He has a solid alibi. Cooper's outside when the sound was heard. Norman's testimony corroborates this, so we can't say for sure if it's accurate. If that was the sound of a crime being committed, then there's a very small chance Cooper's the criminal. Okay? And the same thing also absolves Harry of any suspicion. Yeah, it does. Harry met up with Norman, so we're sure. Next, you need to explain the suspect's crime. What kind of proof do you have? Well, he has no alibi. I have valuable testimony that refutes his alibi. Cooper and Harry have already been cleared. So this person remains as the final possibility. Yes, it does. It does look that way by process of elimination. Ultimately, though, that's nothing but circumstantial evidence. Do you have any more decisive proof? Lucky guess. He knew about the special paella. I don't know if it's decisive, but something to bother me, and that's the testimony about the special paella.
Oh, what's this about?
Well, Belden testified he ate lunch on the first floor, but somehow he saw the paella Norman ate, even though he knew Norman barely ate it. He even knew Norman barely ate it.
In other words, he went to the second floor. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm satisfied. In this case, I'll have to call him in and hear what he has to say first. Can't go straight to the arrest without proof we have on hand.
Okay, got it.
God, this has been a long episode. What? What'd you call me? I didn't do anything.
Now calm down. Nothing's undecided here.
If you can help out with the investigation, you can go home right after.
Help? Yeah, we just want you to be frank with us. Where did you go after lunch? Like I said, I was in the basement.
Just to warn you, as long as you keep lying, you're not getting out of here.
No. You weren't in the basement the whole time. We already know that.
If you didn't do anything wrong, then you should be able to be honest and tell the truth. Or is it the truth too scary to admit?
Fine, I'll talk. Today, after lunch, I went to the office. I went to go clean up. Clean up? So the person who returned the plates to the front was...
Yeah, it was me. Everyone seemed busy, so I figured I'd clean up. While I was cleaning up, I thought I'd tidy the office, but I didn't think that'd happen. That had happened.
You just opened the door in his head, didn't you? Huh? Hold on, you're not making sense. You're just cleaned up after, right? Why does that have anything to do with the case?
I got an idea.
Yeah, actually...
I see. I understand Belden came to this room to clean, but I'm not sure how that correlates. What does that have to do with the assault on Dells?
It has a lot to do with it. Well, let's hear him say it himself.
Go on, explain.
Yeah, once I finished cleaning the room, I thought I'd head back. But since I tidied up a lot of stuff, the room was real dusty. I thought I'd open the balcony door to air it out, but my hands were full of plates. I didn't have any choice. I kicked the door as hard as I could. Wait, you mean the door? Yeah, that's exactly what you think. That door is the criminal that knocked out Dells. The door flying open slammed right into the back of your head. I knew it. I called it.
In other words, the truth of the case is an unlucky accident.
What? So then, I'm innocent, right?
Seems like it.
Oh man, finally free and clear.
Still, what a mess. Why didn't you volunteer this information at the beginning? If you just told us the truth, things wouldn't have gone nearly this far.
I'm sorry. You know, man, he's telling the truth. Now give him a break, okay? You had the courage to talk about it in the end, so everything worked out. As the victim here, I just like to forgive and forget. It's already clear that this is all a misunderstanding. Of course, I'd like him to be a bit more careful opening doors in the future if he could. No, I'm really sorry. And you too, Cooper. You almost got turned into a criminal. You don't need to worry about me. I'm in the clear, and that's good enough for me.
Well, that settles things.
Yeah, thank goodness.
And that is our report.
Racers, I'm sorry for today. It seems you've taken up a great deal of your time over a big mistake.
Don't worry about it. This is part of the job, too.
Well then, pardon us.
Thank you guys so much. Really, I'm very sorry.
Take care. Wow, it's a really long episode, but, that was fun. I like investigating. Well, that's done and over with. Finally, I wouldn't have dreamed it would end like that, though. So I'm wondering if you could finger Cooper without doing all the investigation, but you wouldn't get as many points or something.
Truth is always stranger than fiction. However, as your valued assistant, I take great pride in our completion of this most puzzling assignment.
You didn't do a damn thing. Oh, but I really appreciate your help, Chloe. You gave a ton of good advice. It was a big help during the investigation. I'm always happy to help. There's no need to thank me though, Estelle. Right, I guess you two are our support staff already, aren't you?
Indeed. We'll have you do what needs to be done. Alright, let's head out.
Next up is this ice region. Election office assault completed. And that's going to do it for this episode. Next time on Trails in the Sky, second chapter, we are going to do this one last thing of recruiting great gamblers and then head off to Zeiss. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.